So the paints we'll be using will be warm gray, which I'll call tan, red, which is crimson, golden yellow, which is yellow ochre, medium yellow, neutral gray, white, black, rust or burnt sienna, purple, brown or burnt umber, emerald green, turquoise, light green, bright green, and dark turquoise. Our brushes are a 1-inch bristle brush, a number 10 bristle brush, 1/2-inch flat angle brush, a number 6 round brush, a number 2 round brush, and a 16/0 liner brush. So let's get painting a little Highlander in a bucket. Okay, so I'm at my desk, and you'll have to excuse my erase marks because I've had plenty. And I have my eraser and my pencil. So I'm going to attempt to tell you how I drew this. And I know he looks like a little devil horns, don't he? But it'll be okay. Alright, so I marked about center waist. I came up about 3 inches, and I just marked a little mark. And from there, actually I think this side is not quite as wide as that side, but that's okay. You can come up about a 1/2 inch and come over about 3 inches on each side, 3 to 4 inches. And that's what I did. I just came up, and then I just sketched it from, whoops, not that way. So then I just kind of sketched from one and give it a little curve on both sides, and so that gives me my bottom. From there I came up about, if you come up from this dot here, about 4 inches, and then come over about 1 inch, then that should give you another little dot. And then from there you can just kind of slant those down, and that's all I did. And then I just went on up about another inch and put another little line. Same way over here. I came from this dot, come over about, well, I'm over on this side probably about 3 inches, 3.5 inches. And I just, when I connected that, then I come up another about 4 inches, make my connection. I go up 4 inches over about 1 inch. Let me say that again. From this little dot, I went up about 4 inches and then over about 1 inch, and then made another dot, and I just kind of curved that out. And again I went up another inch just to get my little bucket. From there I came about middle ways and put a little dot just so I could connect them, and I just took this line on over and draw it to this, connect the dot. You remember that game? Connect the dot. That's all we're doing. And then you just connect this dot to this dot. Same way you come up about 1 inch. Now I am coming down probably, when I'm not coming straight across, I'm probably coming down like maybe 1/8 of an inch. And same way here. When I come up just about 1 inch, I'm from here to here, I'm going to be about maybe 1/8 of an inch off. And then, so I'm just bringing this one over, connecting dots and connecting dots, rounding it and coming down with it. That gives you your bucket. Now, my little cow, which looks like a little demon cow, from my center here, and I know he's not centered, I'm not really worried about that. From here to here is about 2.5 inches. Just make you a little line, dot. And from there, I come up probably another 2 inches, and I'll come over about 3 inches here and 2 inches here. And then I'm just kind of connecting, coming around and coming up. Same way with here, coming down and coming around. And that's going to give me my jawline. And then from this dot to this dot, I'm just going about in the center, ever how high I want him. So mine's probably about a good 7 inches from this dot to this dot. And I'm just going to connect this, bring it on around here, and then from this dot, just bring it on around here. So that gives me his little head. All right, from there we come back to this little dot, and I'm coming over about an inch. So what I did is I just came, as I was coming down, I didn't come straight down, I come over at an angle, and then I got about 1 1/4 inch, and I just kind of kicked it out a little bit. So we just get a little kick out with this little leg. And the same way here, I just brought this one down at an angle to about 1 inch from the pot, maybe 1 1/4 inch, and I just brought it down, and then I gave him another little kick out. Now, as you can tell, I race a lot because I have to figure it out. So at this point, I'm about middle ways of the pot, and I've got my line here. So what I did, if I come where this first little dot was, and I come over about 1 1/4 inch, give yourself a little dot, I would come from his, just angle it down, and then I'm coming maybe a 1/2 inch, and then just I'm kind of slanting this a little bit, and then I'm gonna, where we kicked out right here, I'm gonna come in about 3/4 of an inch, and I'm just gonna give him his paw, his hook, his leg, not his paw. He's not a dog, is he? And there we go. I just came up and then come around. That's all I can explain to you. So here, when I kicked it out and brought him back, I came over probably about 1.5 inches. So I just draw, this is going to be his leg, and then at an angle from this middle line to here is about 1.25 inches. So I just brought that down, and again we're coming down to about even, and I just come around right there at that dot. I'm just a little over shy of that dot, and then of course I left about 1 inch here, and I just brought it around. I hope that's not too confusing. All right, on his nose, I tried to come about halfway. I'm up from his bottom of his face. I'm up probably about 2.5 inches. And so I'm just drawing me a 2 inch. If I put a dot right there, I'm going curving that up a little bit, and I'm curving up this way, inch on each side. So that's about 2 inches. And then I came down about 1 inch, just pull that down, and then I just kicked it out a little bit. Same way with here. I just came down about 1 inch, kicked it out a little bit, and now I'm actually going to connect these two, but I'm going to go up a little bit. So you can just kind of go up as much as you want. And then under here, I've just brought the line and made him like a little smile. Okay, that's going to be his mouth area. All right. Oh my goodness, let's see. I just say pick a spot. I think I got one horn a little thicker than the other, but that's okay. We're going to work on those as we paint them. If we had a center spot, I'm down probably about 2.5 inches from that. If you're coming around his head, I'm about down 2.5 inches. I just put a dot, come down another 3/4 of an inch, put a dot, and from here to here, I just take it up. Just take it up to about 4 inches. make you a little dot and just kind of connect them. And that's your horn. And then right below, and I think I have this ear too low, so I know I do. But I'm just kind of coming off his horn, come out about 1.5 inches, and then just from this dot, make a dot about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, and then just connect back. I really hope that's not confusing, y'all. Okay, I'm going to erase this ear because I do know that I have it down too much. So if I'm at this horn, I'm going to come out and get me a dot about, and I'm almost 1.75 inches here. So I'm just going to connect this dot right here to his horn to that. And so if I actually come to his horn, that's fine. This is 1.25 inches, so I want to come down about 1.25 inches here. And then I'm just going to bring his ear down. And that's going to be his ear. So I'm hoping that's not too confusing. It's hard to draw, I done told y'all that, but it's even harder for me to explain how I'm drawing. So anyway, here's our little bit in a bucket. And so let's get painting with our little bit and see what we can come up with. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, I have my number 18 Bristle Brush, and I have a Sienna Mist, which you call Rust, and I'm just going to start coming around my little bull, my little cow, whatever you want to call him, and I'm just going to any kind of way I want to get that paint on, I reckon, is the best way. I'm just laying some paint down. I'm just doing circular motions. I like that pattern a lot of times in on my paintings. If you can't tell, but it doesn't matter if you want to do it any kind of way. Just want to get this paint down. Also, I'm going to bring my boards under here because I am going to be painting around my sides as I go. If I hit the lines, it's not going to hurt anything because we can come back in there with paint and paint over it. From this point, I'm going to let that dry and we will pick up from there.